Dave Ramsey advised recently that as we get older, we should not shift from stocks into bonds as some people advise. Rather, he advises getting out of bonds entirely. Now, if you've watched any of my videos or checked any of the cities I've managed investments for, you know I'm 100% into bonds. Now, Dave Ramsey is a superb teacher on the subject of stewardship, and I strive to be just as good a steward of taxpayers' money, seeking the best for others. So how can I suggest the opposite of what he does? The catch, of course, is that we have different audiences. If you're a city treasurer, finance director, or investment officer responsible for handling your city's cash and investments, this video is for you. We're accountable to city councils and our taxpayers, and sometimes when we least expect it in a public meeting, we explain things using home budgeting parallels, but we also need to be able to explain the difference. First off, let's acknowledge that cities are not allowed to invest in equities, commonly known as stock. I'm assuming it's prohibited in every state, and by that I just mean it's not authorized by state statute. The simple reason is that cities are prohibited from investing in anything that can potentially lead to a loss of taxpayer principal. While stocks can yield significant gains on average, they also come with the risk of losing money whenever the market or the underlying company takes a dip. As stewards of taxpayer funds, our focus is on preserving every penny and ensuring it earns interest. In general, I advocate building a portfolio of U.S. Treasury bonds and agency bonds. A laddered portfolio of treasuries and agencies provides a similar benefit to what we might do in our personal finances with CDs, a fixed interest income with diversified maturity dates to mitigate reinvestment risk. As a side note, though, the key difference between CDs and treasuries at the scale cities invest in is safety of principal. A portfolio laddered to mature $1 million per month, that would be unwise to invest in CDs. Each CD would only be insured by the FDIC up to $250,000. That's 25% of the total, leaving the remaining 75% dependent on the bank's credit quality, whereas treasuries and agencies are backed by the federal government. Dave Ramsey discourages investing in bonds because actively managed bond funds, of course, involve active trading to achieve part of their return, which exposes them to market risks. And that means you can lose principal. When interest rates rise, bond market values go down. However, for buy and hold investors, fluctuations in market value are insignificant. Gains and losses in market value are unrealized since the full principal amount is received at maturity. Bond funds operate differently, and that's why Ramsey advises against them. Here's another non-Dave Ramsey rule. It can be okay for a city to never be completely debt-free. Unlike individuals who eventually retire and need a mortgage-free home, cities are perpetual entities. It's actually out of fairness to taxpayers, what we call generational equity, that we spread the cost of city facilities over many years using debt. That means the cost of public works maintenance, buildings, water treatment plants, performing arts centers, for example, are borne by the taxpayers that benefit from them. What this does have in common with solid personal financial advice, of course, is that we don't use credit card type debt for groceries, operating expenses. We only use mortgage type debt for long-term fixed capital assets. However, one area does come to mind that cities can invest in that can potentially lose value. If a city purchases land and constructs a beautiful city hall or a thriving performing arts center, it could enhance the local community and spur economic growth. The return on investment might come in the form of increased sales tax revenue and property tax values. In these cases, citizens would be consulted, city councils would approve the debt to finance the project, and the property value could go down and the debt payments might come due before increased revenue does. However, the taxpayers financing the investment would know their city well, should know why they think it was a good bet, and have a say in the matter. I hope you believe that the city you serve is a worthwhile investment and that through your diligent stewardship, it thrives. In the world of finance, our success lies in helping others succeed. This video aims to help you because it's your efforts in managing your city's investment portfolio that will contribute to the financial success of your city and make it a better place. Thanks for watching.